Now, if you haven't heard of Escape Outdoors, basically all we do, and I say we, I do a lot of reviews, and I do a lot of through hiking, especially with my mate Aaron. We do a lot of backpacking, a lot of kayaking, yeah, single nights out, enjoying new kit, seeing what new kit's like, seeing what we can make of it. Also, Aaron likes to go out in his 4x4, so we do a bit of green laning. I do apologise, I like to drone as well. I like to take the drone on the through hikes. You know, I just enjoy all that kind of editing stuff. So if you haven't heard of us before, we are Escape Outdoors, and we do backpacking, hiking, kayaking, green laning. If you can think of anything else, we probably do it. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to try and make this video all on the Insta360 X5. I've just come out onto my local field, going around the local wood. Now, got into a few discussions on Facebook regarding wild camping and fly camping. Now this gets beef up, this gets people's beef up something rotten, because the simple fact is, I see fly camping as the same as fly tipping. You know, if you're going to fly tip, you're out there, you're going to dump your rubbish and run. Now I got into this discussion on Facebook, and it was this bloke basically saying, oh, if you're walking the coast to coast and you decide to camp down by the lake at Ennerdale, then you're fly camping. How is that fly camping? Now this bloke was I think he was up on the mountain just above Ennerdale, I ain't too sure, but I was like, I couldn't quite understand what he meant, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're down by a lake and you're camping, you're wild camping, fly camping, you're not, are you? You're doing exactly the same as the bloke that's up on the mountain whinging about it. I have no idea, and it really bugged me, this bloke. Look, if you're just getting into wild camping, yes, there is a few laws, and all I can say is I've done wild camping for so long now that all you've got to do is go there as the sun's going down, pitch up. When you leave no trace, leave early in the morning, take all your crap with you. Why do people have to make it such a big thing? I have no idea. It's like if you're through hiking, you're literally living on the bare essentials. Why would you leave anything? Because personally, you need it anyway. Most people take a trash bag with them, and it's all good. Now we've slept, and I say we, Aaron and I, we've done, you know, many hikes. We met on the coast to coast, and we've done so many hikes where we've just actually literally pitched up. Sometimes in church graveyard, not in the graveyard, but behind the graveyard, you know, behind the church. We got caught. And he was really most welcoming for us to just pitch there. He weren't fussed, he weren't annoyed. He just said, you know, have a really good journey, lads. Thanks, mate. You know, we'll be on our way in a bit. Yeah, no worries. But why you get some idiots that have to post, you know, these things about fly camping? There's a lot of choppers out there, but there's also a lot of people that are not. It just bugs me. Anyway, I'm going to have a little pitch up. I'm going to have a little coffee. I've literally got a £22 backpack on me. That's it. You know, it's cheap, it's nasty, it was off Temu, but I've got all the necessary needs for a night out. That's if I choose to. I can't, because I've got work. You know, what makes you want to go out, what makes you want to wild camp, what's the laws around it, how safe is it? Well, to be honest, like I said a second ago, you pitch up late, you leave early, you leave no trace, and that's the main thing that you want. What is a mushroom? That's the main thing you want. You don't want to leave a trace, but also you don't need to go out and buy stupidly expensive kit. I've got a normal t-shirt on, doesn't really matter to me. I've got a £22 backpack with a few things in it, you know. If I'm going to stay out the night, all I want is a bottle of water, you know, a burner, a tent, something to windproof my burner, some bioethanol. I don't need a jet boil, and I just want to be able to relax and chill out. So this is what I've got at the moment. Just a £22 backpack off Temu, although I did sit on it for ages, so they dropped the price. Yes, they dropped the price. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whip up the bare essentials of what's in my £22 backpack off Temu. Now, when I say bare essentials, I can literally stay out for a night with everything that's in this pack, okay? So now and again, like I said, I bring my little tripod. I won't be using that now because I've literally got it between two logs, or two tree trunks. Anyway, two tree trunks. Let's get this kit out. So, quick hash up of what I've got. Literally, this is my Tokes mug, and I carry this everywhere. You've seen this in multiples. A little burner, got some coffee, my separate cup, and a wind deflector. And not forgetting my lighter. I've got a nice little tent. This is the Nemo one. I've got my sleeping bag, which I always take with me. That is the Ice Flame. Superb piece of kit. And a down jacket. The only other things I need to get me through the night, bottle of bioethanol. Now these bottles are great, and we'll talk about these later. And a torch. That's it. Got to take my phone with me. I did forget my water bottle. All I need is that. And that will see me through the night. I'm happy as Larry. I had a bite to eat before I come out, and that's it. I've got my little backpack off Temu, which, yeah, usually I'd waterproof, or a waterproof cover on the outside, or a bag on the inside. I don't bother with the little bags, they're just a waste of time. Now, right, obviously I've got the Nemo tent. This is the Nemo Dagger 2P. Now I'm going to throw this up. This is an extremely rare tent. I'm not going to do a review on it, but it should take me a couple of seconds and you'll see why I use this tent now. Holes are on the inside. Let's take you through some wild camping laws. What's illegal and what isn't? I love coming out here. So what you've got to do is get away from the antagonists, people that are just out to annoy you. Come out, set your tent up and just take it all in. Now it's getting a little bit nippy, so like I said, put my down jacket and I'm gonna have a nice little brew, chill out away from home. Oh, there is just something about spending a couple of hours out just relaxing, away from home, away from kids, away from the family, just for a little bit, just to relax, especially after you've had a nice beautiful day at work. Now I had a supervisor that I work with come up to me recently and say, you know, how'd you do it? How'd you just go out there and just, I don't even think about it anymore. I just pack my kit up. Sometimes it's just a bug out bag, one that's been packed previously, and I just grab it and go out and do it, because there's nothing stopping you. You're already in prison for 8 hours of the day, so go and enjoy yourself, go and get out, for God's sake, you know, live a little. Let's have a brew. You know, I could still sit here all night, but I'm gonna have a brew. Minimalist equipment. I've not bought nothing special. I think some people just, they kind of overthink it, and there's no need to. I mean, look, that's it, bit of fuel. Stop overthinking wild camping. There's no need. If you say you want to get out there and do it, just do it. Make sure I've got enough. Actually used too much water there. Pour it back in. Bit of coffee in my cup. You don't need much kit to just get out and chill out. You don't need loads of expensive equipment. Research. Just get out and enjoy yourself. Have a brew in the woods. Get back to nature. Just a nice coffee in the woods. That's what you're coming out for. See these things? They're fantastic. And they probably cost about £5. I use them all the time now. Do you know, I could hear sounds for ages. And I've just heard two squirrels, or seen two squirrels scurrying down the tree. It's just those little things. You know, if it starts raining, I can just duck in my tent and chill out for the rest of the night. I get worried in case someone comes up, but I guarantee you, 90% of these people that are going to come up They'll see your tent, but they won't come near the tent because they don't know who's inside. They don't know if that person's mental inside the tent. They don't know if he's homeless. They don't know nothing. Just stop panicking about going out wild camping. Get out, go and try some bushcraft. Go and try hammock in the woods. And try a bit of kayaking with a bit of hammocking as well. You know, we're in some strange times now where you've got that poxy ID card being thrown in your face that you don't want. I'm not going to get in too much of that system of control. So take up wild camping now. Take up camping. Just take up getting out. Watch Paul Messner videos. He's got a nice relaxing persona about him. Learn a little bit more about getting out. It's not hard. It's just fun. Right, just a quick one before I go. In the next video, and I'm hoping it's the next video because I'm waiting for it to arrive, and it's a different kind of cook system to what's here. As you can see, I've got all the kit that I usually take every time I go camping, but I'm going to have a few slight changes. So we'll check that kit out next time I'm out, and I'll also tell you about these little bottles. But for now, I'm going to pack my kit up, go home, have a Guinness and chill out because I've got work tomorrow and it's early. Yeah, sometimes I wish I could just spend more time out. But if you look back previously, we've literally not long done the Cotswolds Way from north to south again, because previously we've done south to north, and we need to get back up to the Pennine Way and do, you know, a couple more sections of that. So yeah, but the main aim at the moment is Aaron, or I'm trying to push Aaron into doing the West Highland Way during winter, and I don't know how it sits with him really. So, but like I said, I'm going to pack this shizzle up and I'm going to head off home. Guinness time. Bag. This is only a 20 litre and I've still got masses of room. Look how small this backpack is. Tiny. And it's got everything you need for one night. Bit of a rain cover if it rains, but that's it. If you're out, leave no trace. Just going to check my area. Go. Been a nice little test of the low light for the Insta360 X5, so leaving no trace as usual. Don't be afraid of getting out, chilling out in the middle of nowhere in nature, whacking a tent up and just relaxing. I have walked down this track so many times, and it seems like someone has got a little bit upset and they've put no through footpath. You know, it doesn't matter where you are, someone owns some bit of land, they want to keep it all to themselves. Amazing, isn't it? No one's allowed freedom anymore. ID cards. Please keep to the public footpath. Well, I do try to. For the Insta360 X5, I'm going through possibly the darkest wood around my area, and yeah, it's pitch black. Obviously if you look up it's different, but yeah, it's a little bit weird. You know, I've never created a whole vlog with the Insta360, but yeah, it was nice to get out, nice to relax. I haven't been out in a while. Like I said, the last one was on the Cotswolds Way. God, that was a punishing walk. That was this time. I think we done it in, I think it was 11 hours shorter than the 3-day one we did before. This time, my poor old buddy Aaron had to bow out. His kit was completely drenched. I don't know if you've ever been in that situation where your core gets that cold that you're kind of headed into that state that you don't want to be in. And Aaron was, you know, we didn't expect the downpour that we got. It was constant rain for 5 hours. Whoa, it was horrible. But I told him we may experience that on the West Highland Way, so we'll be fully kitted out. But for now, that's this video done. That's my introduction to the Insta360 X5 and a little vlog on wild camping. See you in the next one.